our kids need to be lifted up. Our kids need to be strengthened. Our kids need to be built. And so I made a list of 17 ways to compliment kids and build them up. So what I hope you'll do is actually try these different compliments on your kids.
Smart money parenting.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Smart Money Parenting. I'm here with Chad. We are going to be talking today about how to compliment your kids. You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
This is from a viral post that Chad did a while back that parents went nuts over.
Yeah. Well,
And we got to talk about it.
yeah, let's talk about it. So my brother-in-law is a pediatrician in Southern California, and we can all admit and acknowledge that COVID-19, the pandemic, was especially a rough time for children. And my brother-in-law, the pediatrician, who sees thousands of kids a year, said he's never seen kids suffer like this because of the pandemic and the isolation, the disruption. Kids were attempting self-harm and suicide as young as 9 years old.
Oh,
Kids are lonely, they're depressed, they were scared. The mental, emotional, social, like all their well-being was just, it was tough. Like it was really tough. It was tough for adults, it was tough for kids. And kids just saw everyone wearing masks, and the world was a scary place, and people are contagious, and they were forced to isolate. Adults were stressed out. So the point of this is our kids need to be lifted up. Our kids need to be strengthened. Our kids need to be built. And so I made a list in this post, in this newsletter, of 17 ways to compliment kids and build them up. So what I hope you'll do is actually try these different compliments on your kids. Give us some feedback in the show notes. Share it with your friends, with other people who've got kids. And hopefully this is more of like an inspirational discussion where we can give you some ideas of things to actually say that will help your kids, build that confidence back up.
yeah, and I feel like, we talk a lot in this show about resiliency,
Yep.
about building capabilities and confidence through healthy struggle, helping your kids learn to create value in the world, to be smart, not spoiled. These are the things we care about. But what we never want to neglect is uplifting our kids.
Right.
Building that confidence in them, showing them how much we love them and are proud of them. And so these are the compliments we want you guys to consider doing every day for the next 3 months or 3 weeks. Take 3 weeks, one a day, and say these things to your kids. You want us to go back and forth on these?
Yeah, let's try it. I mean, I'll give you an example. I texted, my 2 older kids are 18 and 16, and sometimes I'll just text one of these compliments and add some extra context. And my kids have said, I say the text, they're like, this means so much to me, thank you. So we're going to go through these ideas. Hopefully you can find 1 or 2 that you can use right away.
Go ahead. I'll go first. Okay.
Yeah, you go first.
First one. You make me proud every day.
What is that? What impact does a kid feel when you say you make me proud?
I think every kid wants their parents to be proud of them. They want their love, but they want their parents to glow over them. That is such a critical thing. So much of this, we just have to be reminded to say how much we love our kids.
Right.
We get stuck every day as parents in the minutia, the monotony, the routines.
Managing everything.
Trying to keep everything alive, and you just forget. Take 30 seconds to tell your kids a compliment, something that you're proud of, something you love about them. You make me proud every day. I'm especially proud of the way you treated your brother.
It's awesome.
I'm especially proud of the way that you handled yourself on the soccer field.
Right.
Those things matter.
That's
Tell
a
them how
great
much
one.
you're proud of them. There you go. That's one.
Number 2, I've noticed how hard you've been trying. I did that with one of my kids he's really working hard to get his grade up in math. And I just said, hey man, I noticed how hard you've been trying. Like you've been really working hard on this grade. And I think that really reinforces the effort. Like you're noticing they're trying. It's not just about, I noticed you got an A, great job.
Yep.
That's obvious and easy, but to say
good.
I noticed your effort, I noticed how hard you've been trying, and I really appreciate the way you're doing your household chores. I noticed you've been trying to get up on time and to get started for your day and be successful before you go to school. Like that noticing and recognizing effort is going to make effort more of a thing for your kids that they get excited about. So I think that's a good one.
That's a great one. Number 3, you inspire me. I think kids
That's awesome.
will be so uplifted by this. Having your kid feel like, oh, I inspire my dad. I inspire my mom.
Right.
Yeah, you inspire me. Like the way you're working really hard on this, the way that you're acting in this situation, I saw what you did there, and that really inspired me in what I'm going through right now at work or with friends, or a hard thing I'm dealing with. You inspire me.
That's
a great
that's
one.
a connection builder.
Yeah.
I like that. Number 4, I can trust you because you are honest. I can trust you because you are honest. I mean, that's powerful. Like,
I love that.
that's a good one. Kids will think about it next time they have a decision to make. Like, my dad said he can trust me because I'm honest. And therefore, like, I'm going to do the right thing regardless because I want my dad to trust me. I want my mom to trust me.
Yep.
So engendering that value of trust and honesty and integrity can be done through a simple compliment. You know, and obviously these compliments need to be said sincerely, but they're going to do a great connection building with you and your kids.
That's such a good one. We learned integrity was doing the right thing even when no one's watching.
There you go.
And that is what really being honest with yourself and others is about. So that builds trust. Integrity is the mark of trust.
I like it.
Number 5, you're a great role model.
That's a nice one.
You are a great role model to your siblings, to your friends, to your teachers, to us. You are a great role model, and you can pick anything with that one. It can be about sports, it can be about academics, it can be about a character trait of theirs, it could be about something that they've done athletically or writing or art or cooking, anything. You are a great role model. So kids want to hear that they're a role model no matter what their age is, because they want to know that they're leading the people below them.
Yeah, they want to be an example.
They want to be an example.
They want to be an example. They want to be looked at as an example, a leader. So I like that. Number 6, you make me want to be the best person I can be. And if you're a parent, I think the first time you hold your kids in your arm, you realize, like, oh, wow. Like,
I got
this
a
is
lot
real.
to do.
I got a lot to
This
do.
is good.
I'm actually in charge of a little person here. Now, like, I got to be better than I was yesterday. And so being able to say, you make me want to be a better person or the best person I can be, tells your kids that they matter. Like, we love our kids. You love your kids. You care about them. And you want to be a better person because of them. There's no doubt about it. That's the reason you're a parent.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully you're a parent that says, I'm going to improve because I've got responsibilities. I've got people looking up to me. I got people under my care. And that's what being a great parent is all about.
That's good. You want to make me be the best person I can be. Number 7, you amaze me. I've said that to my kids lately, and they just beam.
What's something they've done that really has made you feel like they amazed you?
They did black diamonds.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So we were in Park City last week, and my 6-year-old and my 4-year-old did 5 black diamond runs, which is harder.
And for those
than
of you who
green and
don't
blue.
ski, that's like an incredibly advanced, difficult, expert-only type of mountain to ski down. And his 4 and 6-year-old.
Yep, Reagan and Sawyer nailed it. And yeah, they fell. They did some, yard sales. They lost both skis. One got a bloody nose. But they got up, they finished, and they did an incredible job. And at the bottom of the mountain, I just remember saying, that was incredible. You guys are amazing. I am shocked at what you just accomplished. And we'd look up and look at that. Look at how steep that is.
Yeah.
You guys just conquered that. You amaze me. And they were just beaming. They're like, let's do it again. I was like,
awesome.
all right,
That's
let's
awesome.
go.
That's great. Number 8, your effort hasn't gone unnoticed, and I appreciate it. I think when you're correcting your kids, and maybe they're not all the way there, I think recognizing their effort and progress can make a big impact. So if your kids are trying to do something better, maybe they're not all the way there yet, they slip up a little bit, but you say, you know what, your effort hasn't gone unnoticed. Like,
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, I see you working, and I appreciate it. Keep up the good work. Reward progress, not perfection. Like, as you see your kids making baby steps,
Yep.
if you reward that progress, they're going to actually move forward with momentum to the next phase of progress. They're not going to go back down into the sea. No matter what I do, you're not happy with me.
Right.
You just expect me to be perfect, and you're not perfect. So
Yep.
I think that's a great one right there.
Number 9, thank you for teaching me something new. I think this one's great because kids think that parents know everything, that they're just always catching up, that sometimes they feel like they'll never be measure up or be good enough, but we can always learn new things from our kids, and they're always teaching us new things about ourselves, new things about the world. My kids just came to me with random science facts that they learned at school.
It's wild.
I had no idea about some of this stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Like the way that snails mate and all these things. I was like, what? And Sawyer's just learning some cool stuff. And so Thank you for teaching me something new. That's so cool.
That's awesome. Then they feel like they're the teacher.
Yep.
I like that. Number 10, I'm lucky to have such a kind child. This is incredible. I think if you recognize it in the moment, for Christmas time, we did a thing where we put together these bags of, we call them blessings bags. And our kids put in all kinds of different things like socks and toothpaste and snacks and water bottles and power bars and all kinds of stuff that we were taking to people who were living on the streets in Southern California. And I think there were many moments where my wife and I looked at our kids and said things like, you know, we're so happy that you guys want to do this. You guys are kind. So like, I'm lucky to have such a kind child.
That's good.
I'm lucky to have a kid with a good heart like you because you really do care about others. That's just going to reinforce those values, and I think that's something we can say a lot more. Yeah.
Number 11. You've got so many great ideas. I love this. We played Would You Rather with the kids this weekend at the house, and it was like hilarious stuff. Like, but what I couldn't believe is that the stuff they were coming up with. Like, would you rather eat salt for every meal for the rest of your life, or would you rather eat bugs? Like, just the funniest. And they're little kids, but
Right.
it was nonstop, like hilarious.
They just kept going.
Like literally like 30 of them
Right.
over lunch, and we were just laughing our heads off because some of them were genius. So yeah, telling your kids, like, I love that you have so many great ideas. It makes me learn more, and you're so much fun to be around. You want to inspire the creativity in them, and so when they come up with something new, encourage it in them, compliment them.
Yeah, encourage their creativity. I think that's something that's fantastic about this is that whatever we're talking about to our kids when we compliment them, we're going to just reinforce. So whatever we focus on, we're going to get more of.
Yep.
What number are we on? We're number
12.
12, you make people around you smile. I said that to one of my kids, my daughter Bentley. She's got the biggest smile. She's 9 years old. She's the happiest kid. She's walking around everywhere. She's just got a smile. And I say, you know what? When you smile, other people smile. That's just the way it is. Like, she's I always call her my little blondie because everyone's got really dark brown hair, and then you got this little blondie. So I say, Bentley, you're like the little sunshine in our family, and when you smile, you make everyone else smile around you.
Oh, that's such a good one, man. Kids are a great joy if you look for it, right? It's crazy sometimes as a parent, but they are such joyful kids, and it's a short-lived thing because then they're off and running in the world, and we want to suck up every second we can of it.
Absolutely.
So, number 13, you're not afraid to dream big.
Ooh.
I really like this one.
Ooh.
My kids, we talk about goals already. We talk about what they want to be when they grow up. Talk about what kind of life they want to have, what kind of family they want to have. And sometimes they throw some off-the-wall fun things. Sort of just wanted to be an astronaut, and then he wanted to be a space pirate. But I just love that they dream big. Their dreams are incredible, and we should be stoking that flame as much as possible. So I love that you dream big.
I love that you dream big. Number 14, your willingness to try is admirable. We talked about this in one of our recent episodes about getting your kids to try new things, have healthy struggles and challenges. And if we can compliment them and say, like, I really admire how much you're willing to try new things, that's going to be like every time they have that option to go left or right on the fork in the road, they're going to say, you know what, I'm the person who's willing to try new things. Why don't I give it a shot? You know, why don't I try out for this club or this sports team or this activity or run for a position at school? Like, willingness to try is a great quality.
It's awesome. I love the fact that when our kids try new things or learn a new skill or get a new hobby or they fall in love with Legos or something, I like to be able to tell them, you know, I'm inspired by that. And I want to try new things because you're trying new things. So I'm going to go try this, right? Like, that's a really powerful thing to compliment your kid in. What are we at?
15.
You bring so much joy to our family. These are just reinforcements that parents do not say enough. These are things we should be saying every day with our kids. You know, there's a memory bank that your kids have. And I heard this saying one time. It says it's a 30-to-1. You have to put 30 kind memory files in their bank.
Wow.
To one negative.
Ooh.
Because one negative thing that happens or one negative thing that's said or we lose it on them or we, you know, a hard thing, it can erase 30 of the good.
Oof.
So you got to build that bank with your kids. And it's the fastest way to remove mental health issues and anxiety and depression and fear and loneliness is to really instill these things. And so you bring so much joy to our family. It's such an easy lift for your kids. They will beam from ear to ear.
It's like letting them know they're a valuable team member. Like, you're on our team. We're so lucky to have you.
Yeah,
So
good.
grateful for you. 16, somewhat similar to one up above, but it says you glow when you smile. You know, I think encouraging smiling, like I'm not a doctor, but I've read some of those articles about when you smile, the positive, like mental, emotional, even the physical effects of a smile
Yep.
are real. Like, it's measurable. And so literally talking about to your kids, like, hey, you've got a beautiful smile. You glow when you smile.
Yeah.
I want to see you happy.
And you're enforcing in them the joys of smiling and the joys of being happy, right? Like above we were talking about, we love it when you smile.
Yep.
But you're reinforcing in them, wow, you
glow.
You
Yeah.
look better. You look happier. Like,
Yep.
I want to be around you more. It makes me happy to be with you when you're smiling. Thank you for smiling.
And when we're talking about the mental health of young boys and girls and teenagers and how they base so much on their likes and follows and their appearance physically, I think the smile, like, that's a great focal point. It's not like how you look, it's like your smile. When you smile, you glow.
Who's the happiest person you know? I think everybody listening can come up with that picture right away. Who's the person in your life who's the happiest? They're just smiling all the time.
Yeah, they're smiling all the time. That's
They're
true.
like default optimist, default excited. I love those people. They make my day so much better. I'm really thinking of the person right now in my head. Okay, and last but not least, 17. I really admire the person you've become. That is transformational for kids. I really admire the person that you have become. Now, what you're doing in that is you're basically setting a stamp for your kids. You're not saying, you know, I hope you become a better person as you grow. You're saying, right now, looking back, like the gap in the game we talked about
gap in the
this,
game, for sure.
you have become an incredible person. And
You're-
yes, there's more to come, but I love the person that you've become. To this point, I appreciate it and I love it in you.
It's acknowledging growth, too.
Yep.
Like, what do you think that does for a kid when you acknowledge that they're here and it's further along than they used to be? What does that do for them?
Yeah, I love showing progress. Like when the kids, you know, let's look at last season. Here's a video of you playing soccer
That's
last
true.
year. Now look
Yeah.
what you scored, 4 goals today. You know,
Right.
showing that progress. I really admire the person you become is powerful.
That's awesome. Yeah, so today's message, although it's a Smart Money Parenting show, it's not about money, but this is much more important to us. We're talking about building up your kids, healthy family relationships. Let's pay close attention to our kids and how they're doing in life, like how they feel about themselves. I believe that they need us. They need us to strengthen them, to build them up, to lift them up. And today, Scott and I are talking about these 17 ways to compliment your kids. And we hope you will use this. Try one today. See what impact it has. And certainly thank you for listening and following. And share this episode. Let's do more to strengthen the self-confidence and the success, the inner success of our kids.
Compliments are free and they take 21 days to create a habit. So that's why we challenge you. Try to do this for the next 3 weeks every day. Set a reminder in your phone. The first time you see your kids, give them a compliment for the day. I think a lot of things will fall in line.
It's awesome.
All right, smartmoneyparenting.com if you guys want to ask us a question. We will air it on the episode. And thank you guys so much for all of the support and the encouragement and love. We've had a blast doing this, and we've got many more to come.
Thanks, guys.
Take care. Bye.
It takes more than money if you want to succeed. You gotta know what to do with it. You gotta take the lead. You gotta give them confidence. You gotta make them smart. If your kids are gonna thrive, now's the time to start. Smart money parenting.